Hello, hello, hello. All right, guys, so we're going to try this again. I am going to be showing you how I am doing some grungy papers for these little books. They came out so wonderful. And I just wanted to show you, it's super easy to get this wonderful grungy look. But before that, I got some wonderful goodies from Nikki over at Ravoilli Dreams. And I haven't even opened all of it. And I'm sorry, Nikki, that I'm not presenting this in this beautiful format. But since my phone keeps acting up, I wanted to make sure that I got on to show all your loveliness. So I had ordered these for the upcoming jellyfish journal. She just has the most wonderful, scrumptious, beautifully dyed little laces, and I wanted to show it all to you. So look at this wonderful little fish. Isn't this fabulous? Oh my goodness. And there we go. Look at all of these goodies. Oh, if you're going to the retreat, she would be fantastic to hit up if you're making a journal to share with somebody. But look at this. Oh, and she sent me this. How wonderful. Look how beautiful that is. Thank you, Nikki. But I just can't say enough wonderful things about her. You can find her shop over on Etsy. I will do my very, very best to remember. Look how beautiful that is. It's so delicate. It's so beautiful. Like, you just cannot go wrong with her. So that is for my upcoming journal for my friend who wanted me to make her jellyfish one. So basically how I do my journals is I begin buying the stuff for it. Rarely do I actually have an idea or plan. I just start collecting goodies for the journal. Hers, I actually have an idea. But then I wanted some grungy stuff. Because, as you're going to see when I start doing the grungy papers, I'm going to be practicing on doing like a vintage grungy journal before I use the one that I bought from Miss Vanessa over at Clemons Creations and Junk Journal Junction. I don't want to start in an actual authentic book until I play around with some techniques. And oh my gosh, Nikki. Oh, this is so amazing. Like, so beautiful. She just does such fabulous work. I love it. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, it's a little rocking horse. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. It's so beautiful. So I did not order that. But she is so amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully by the time this goes up, well, actually it may not, because I'm going to do we interrupt our scheduled steampunk tutorials to bring you a grunge time. So if you look in the description box, though, I will give you the name of her Etsy shop. And she also, you can get a hold of her. You can find her in wonderful Boho Daydreams. You guys, you got to go over there. Join our group. It is amazing. Normally I have my little paper right here, but I have not been in my studio for almost a week now. I've been babysitting grandbabies. So my Boho Daydreams paper is not right in front of my face like normal because I forgot to set that up. But anyway, go to Facebook, go to Boho Daydreams, and make sure you answer all the questions so we know you're like a real person. I didn't order this, but I'm already dying. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Nikki, this is amazing. This is going to go so wonderful in that journal. I did, however, ask her for some grungy laces. And this is above my expectations. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So I will definitely be getting more. This is amazing. Look at all of this. She is just the queen of dyeing, I'm telling you. It's so beautiful. I just love it. Look at all of this scrumptious, grungy yumminess. Oh, is that not going to be beautiful on a page? Oh, I love, I love, I love. And I told her, because she, you know, everybody always asks me, like, well, oh my gosh, now this is a frame. Can you imagine with the vintage picture in there? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so everybody, of course, asks me, well, what do you want? And I'm always like, surprise me, because, you know, they're the experts at it. So please, please go over and support Nikki at Ravoilli Dreams on Etsy. Again, I will put it in the description box. This weekend, I am truly hoping to get over to Walmart or somewhere and get a little mouse so that I can really like have time to sit and play on my computer. If you looked at my calendar, y'all would understand. Like, I have a very hectic schedule in life right now with just everything going on. And so I just never have this time. By the time I'm upstairs again or I'm home, I'm usually too tired to do anything. So, all right. So we've already gotten 5 minutes in there. Now, this is so easy, guys. So I could not play with the grunge because, yeah, I love it. We all know I love it. So I was kind of like going through the mess of my studio. We've been remodeling for, I don't know, 8 years. But we haven't actually been doing it since my husband was diagnosed with cancer. Okay? And I have like all of these paints and all this stuff. And I'm back into paint pours. I'm back to working on canvas. But I haven't played with it for a couple of years. So I kind of forget what I have. You will need gloves for this project. Okay? As you can see, my wonderful nail tech did such an amazing job. And there's even steampunk gears on here because, you know, why not? I already apologized to her and told her, listen, girl, you do beautiful art. I, however, will probably trash them in the first 24 hours. Not intentionally. This project, I'm going to tell you, just pause the video right now. You're going to need gloves. You're also going to need the grungiest clothes that you have. Pick something that you're willing to cut up even. If you have aprons, whatever, get it. Because we are actually going to be working with stains. So, this effect was achieved. And it is so scrumptious. I haven't had to like zoom you all in for a while. So, let's see if I hit the right button. There we go. What do you know? So you can see just how wonderful this is. It's super, super dark. And the only thing I had, and I'll show you this all comes from Stamperia, but I'll show you other ways that you can make these little booklets if you don't have this. But look at that grunge. Is that not scrumptious? I love it. If you're not into grunge, well, you may not appreciate this, but I was digging through this pile that we have for all of our remodeling stuff. And I also redo furniture because I don't know, I have a problem. I see things on the side of the road and they're all beat up and battered and ready for the dump. And I'm like, Tom, please, please let me have it. I'll make it beautiful again. And that's what I do. I try to restore stuff. I'm trying to redo my basement and studio with just things that I found for free and I remake for beautiful. So I had this metallic oil rubbed bronze. Indoor and outdoor durability, ideal for wood, metal, and more. So we used it for paper. Now I'm going to tell you, I have one little window down here and it's snowing, so it's a little cold. I would not recommend doing what I did, which was I just kind of started playing with this. And it'll get you high, so don't do it. Today it's a little warmer, so it's a little more ventilation down here. I'm not going to use this because I thought, well, let's try something. And it's very messy. I'm going to tell you that right now. It gets over everything. This is the sponge I use, so it is super gross. I can't even wash this out. I'm going to go ahead and use it for some more papers, but it is going to get on everything. So please, please cover your surface, cover your papers. This summer I will use that to actually do big papers, but I can dunk and dye and do all of that outside or have all my windows open. I'm not going to do it until it's a little bit warmer. Now, So what I did is I went to Walmart and I found a whole bunch of other wood stains, but these are all water-based. And I thought, well, let's try some water-based wood stains. Now these cost about $8.98, so a little over $9. But this little tiny bit, you will be able to make so many papers. I'm telling you. So I got a white oak, a weathered gray, and a dark walnut. I have looked everywhere for like a burnt orange and like burnt turquoises and things like that because you can grunge them out. I couldn't. So I did have some of my left Distress Oxide sprays. What is this? This is the, oh man, I got paint all over it. Something pumpkin. I don't know. Something, it's a dark pumpkin and it is wild honey. I thought we would try those. I also thought, I found some plaid, which I could probably darken. I'm also going to try some berry wine. These are all just regular acrylic paints. And then this is called Canyon Sunset. I don't know if they're going to be dark enough, but, and then this is actually glows with black light. I did not realize that, but that's an orange too. Okay. So if you have a Stamperia Lady Vagabond, which I have tried to be faithful to put in the description box, even though I don't know how to link stuff, I'm trying really hard to make sure I put all the descriptions in there. You will find a page that has all of these little books in it. And I thought, well, first of all, these will be wonderful for a Happy Mail. I'm going to use these for Happy Mail. It'll be good for the Steampunk Journal. They'll just be wonderful. It'll also be great for the giveaway. So if you have these, you're going to want to cut these up. It has the small and it also has the larger ones. Now, when I did this, I wanted to make sure that I had a little spine. So I did it two ways. This one, I actually went in with my scoreboard and I scored on, I don't know, like a 1/4 inch on the side here so that this would actually have a spine because I want to do like a brad binding for these little papers in here. But then this one, I just went ahead and folded. But in order to do that, what you want to do when you go in is go ahead and cut the side off the one book. You want to cut that off. Then you want to leave this little bit right here. So go ahead and disconnect. Let's actually take off this side first. It'll be easier to cut then. So go ahead and take off this. And then you're going to want to take off this. Now, this whole idea was inspired by another artist who, of course, I always forget. I write everything down when I'm upstairs at night, and then I forget to bring it downstairs. But I will put her description in too. It's a really old tutorial. So then all you're going to want to do is you want to go in and you're going to want to glue these two together. And then you see how then you've already given yourself a little bit more of a spine. And I will actually do that with you guys right now. And it'll give dry time. Of course, I am always trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that this time. All right, so let's get this glued on, and then I'll just start my jabbering away. If you follow me on Facebook, which, again, I do have a Sugar's Crafty Closet. Don't try to find me that way because I'm waiting to eventually get a tech person here. Nobody can figure out how to delete the 2 accounts I have on there. It's not the way I want it set up. So, yeah, hold on one second. I literally cannot talk and line things up. And you do want to try to make this as straight as possible. So that is what we're doing here. This then gives you this wonderful little bit of a spine. And we're going to actually probably fold it right on here. And that way we have our spine. So that is all I did. Okay, now I don't know. I thought about filming this, but my camera was being such a pain. I made some homemade wax paper. If you do not know how to do that, please comment. I will be more than happy to do a short video on making homemade rice paper. It's very easy. You simply take freezer paper. I have found it is easier to do the rice paper without using a Mod Podge. It's too thick. Make sure if you're using Mod Podge that you're going to water it down a little bit. These are just napkins. That's all it is. You just spread a layer of your watered down glue Mod Podge, which that's what I did. I used a really cheap white. I have a big jug of it you buy at Walmart for like kids crafts. You pay like $8. You get like 1.5 gallons. And I just mix it up. You put that down on the wax paper. Then you lay your napkin across that and you put another layer of glue on top. And then you let it dry. Make sure it's dry and make sure you kind of crease your sides so that it's easier for you to pull up. There's a gazillion tutorials on YouTube. If you want me to do a tutorial for you, I am absolutely happy to do that. However, there's so many on there. Natasha over at Treasure Books does a wonderful one. And there's a million other artists that do it. So this is what I came up with. And we're going to add this to our little grungy journal. So these are all just some napkins that I have. And then I made rice paper. This is the tissue paper from Tim Holtz. I went ahead and did some of that. You could use patterns. Those would be wonderful. But these are just napkins. So that's just my fake version of rice paper because the lady I watched, she actually did it with Stamperia rice paper, but I didn't have any, so, you know, you got to improvise. That being said, if you don't have a Stamperia paper pad, don't worry about it. Like, you don't need one. This is from a Tim Holtz paper pad that I thought I had by me, but I don't. Basically, take any of your cardstock. I would get something that is more vintagey looking already. And then measure it out to whatever size you want your little book to be. This is, I was at my grandkids for 3 days, so I'm kind of don't have everything back in place. Sorry. And then I always think I know what I'm doing down here, but I don't. So this is 5.5 by 3.5. All I did was cut, you can see, I cut one single piece of paper. I cut 7 1/4, and again by 5.5. I just cut that out. I folded it in half, and then I just cut, I took a scrap piece of paper that I had to make the spine, and that's 1.5 inches, just to give it a little bit of durability. I pulled it up here. You don't have to do that. You could cut it off. And ta-da, you have your own little book. Then I also have this stamp set from Stampers Anonymous. It is called, so what is it? Does it give you, it's book covers, CMS 103. And so I was able to, I'm going to make a hinged one with this. So you can stamp that out. This is on watercolor paper. It's a little heavier. And it was, as you can see, coffee dyed. I'm going to do a hinge, I think, on this one. I just liked how to look. And it's going to look perfect for my steampunk journal. It's perfect for Happy Mail. So I just love it, love it. Are you guys ready? Okay. There's a million ways to make grunge, okay? This is just copy paper. That is what I worked with to make these. I just cut them in. And what are the size of these books? Sorry. I have no idea. So these books are a little over about 5 1/4, not quite 5.5, by 7 1/4. The papers are 5 inches by 3 1/4. Lengthwise, let's see, fold it out, they're 6.5 inches. So I just cut a whole bunch of papers and started dyeing. I'm not great about measuring, okay? I do it for you all because I love you, man. I also took just some baking paper. I'm going to use that as well. And then I don't know. So we all know I wear glasses. Woohoo! And I'm blinder than a bat. And they get dirty all the time. So I use these little cleaning wipes. This is the most fantastic paper. I can't believe I've been throwing it away. So it comes in these little wipes and you clean your glasses. And I was like, why am I throwing this away? Look how sturdy this is. So I coffee dyed some of that this morning, and I'm going to do that as well. Now, all I did for this is I use, and please use old paintbrushes. So I have all these old ones. When my brushes get super nasty and I can't get them clean, which I use, what is that? Murphy's oil soap will clean your brushes out of most anything. I then just use them for mixed media. So go in there, and I will tell you the easiest way, because I started out by just lightly sponging this stuff on. And then I thought, you know, there's got to be a faster way. So then I went in and I just painted the papers. But to get a rougher look, you do want to use a sponge. Now, these were actually a bunch of sponges that I had bought called Natural Sponge Pack. I don't know where I bought them, probably Hobby Lobby. But it's going to trash it. Just go to the dollar store and buy one of these sponges and then start cutting chunks. You can see that I use this for mixed media, and I paid under $2 for this, so this would be what I recommend that you use. Okay, so let's see what these colors are going to give us. Hold on, I need to kind of like put my papers back. Let's see, what do I want to do? I guess I'm going to show you how to do one, and then we're going to try to grunge out. All right, I know I just had a bunch of grungy papers. Oh my gosh. I'm a little off kilter because this really amazing thing happened. Those of you that follow me on Facebook know that, I don't know, a few months ago, I woke up one morning and I could not walk. Like the room was spinning and I could not figure out why. Well, the why was because I got vertigo. And I went to my doctor, and I took the medicines. I did all the exercises, and honestly, nothing took the vertigo away. We had a little incident while we were babysitting. I'm not going to go into it because I don't, I'm just not going to go into it. But anyway, so we had this little incident happen while we were babysitting. And I was sitting on the couch, and after the little incident, I literally felt my ear pop. And it took me about an hour because I'm a natural dingbat, and I'm not putting myself down when I say that. I literally am just kind of in my own little space. And I realized, oh my gosh, the world has stopped spinning. And I've lived with it for so long, and it just stopped spinning. And I for the last 3 days have been like, is it really gone? Is it really gone? I don't know if it's really gone. I'm kind of a little nervous to say that it is. We shall see. But I've been literally sleeping now for days and days and days. Yeah. So that being said, here we go. I have no spinning world, so I'm trying to adjust to it. I've been super tired because when you have vertigo, every time you churn, the world spins. So it's been wonderful, and I think my body has lacked sleep more than my normal lack of sleep, because like I tend to be insomnic. And yeah, so it's just been crazy, but now it's wonderful and life goes on. So glory to God. All right, I really want burnt orange. I'm literally taking you on. I have no idea how this is gonna work, but I'm thinking let's try a little bit of this distress. I'm gonna try it with a paintbrush and just see. And I don't even know how this is gonna lay down, because as you can see, look how we have like it's kind of like beading on it. So maybe I am gonna have to spray. I don't know how it's gonna sit because this is an oil-based paint and I've never actually tried it. So let's just go ahead and put some in there. and see what happens. And let's mop all that up as well, because we don't want to ever waste anything. I will use all of this as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab a paper towel. And let's see. Let's mop. Oh, yeah, it's giving it a more aged look. I don't know. I don't think it's actually holding too well. Let's try. I might have to do, I think the water base might work a little bit better. Let's water up this, what is it again? It's called Berry Wine. And again, and I want it on these, like, on the upper parts, because that's where books are weathered. And so, but I don't know if once I put that stain on, if it's going to hold on there or give it me any color whatsoever. And that's why we call it an experiment, because you just play. And is it doing anything with it? It is not. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, it is doing a little bit of color here. That's what's going here. Let's get that. Okay, so it is taking a little bit of the color, but not the way I want it to. Well, maybe it is oranging it up. I can't decide. Let's see. Do I want to maybe try this? Let's see what happens. Let's open up this wood stain. See what happens with this. Now these are water-based. I thought that this would work a little bit better. And the lady who I had watched actually used water-based, used the water-based. So I have no idea. I'm going to show you guys a couple. We're already at 30 minutes. My goodness. And so I want to show you how you can go in and do it, though, really quick. But I can't work really long with it because I don't have great ventilation down here. So let's go ahead and stir that. I also save all of these because you can see how wonderful all this paint and stuff is on it. And so I use it for all sorts of things. Now, I do not know what I'm doing. I hope you all truly, truly understand that. I literally turned on the camera just to play with y'all. So let's see now what happens. Let me throw this in my pile. Let me grab another. You want to have paper towel because paper towel is going to give you... okay, so the orange, so you know the orange is pulling up. Let's zoom you in really quick and I will show you. I hope it'll show you at least. So you can see, and this has almost like a leather feel. I don't know how to explain it, but it does have like a feel. So you can see some of that red. We just want to add more colors to this, is what my goal is. I'm a big believer in layering. So, but I don't want this video to be super, super long. So let me take one of our coffee. This is coffee. Well, let's just not do coffee dyed because I told you to cut. Okay, so where's the old paintbrush? Let's try it with this wood stain. So just take a little bit of your wood stain. There we go. You're going to want to go in, and like I said, on the other one, that is not a water-based. So we will see together what this will do. For me, it makes sense to buy this stuff because I redo furniture. I also do a lot of mixed media. So I will use it for a lot of projects. You, by the way, can get the exact same look using acrylic paint because I did do that also on another one of those pages. Then take your sponge, cut off a chunk, just go in there, and this stuff dries super quick. compared to our other oiled one. It dries really quick. Let's go ahead and get that back because our video is getting super long, and then we'll have to do a part 2, I guess. I was hoping to get all this in at once, but I don't know about you guys, but isn't time going by like so fast? I just can never get everything done quick enough. I just can't. Okay, so there we go. Now go in and pick some of that up. And it gives you a beautiful, beautiful texture. And I can tell you by looking at this that the side of those pages are going to look amazing with a little bit of black on black ink on the sides. It's going to look great. Let's try a little bit of this. I don't know that this is stirred up enough. Come on, come on. I'm on a time limit here. Let's go. It's very, very runny. Has a different consistency, so let's see. Of course, now I'm going to want to go and darken even that up. But that could be the inside. But isn't that wonderful? Let's see what the gray does. Let's take the gray. And that way you will see every color that I have. All right, come on, come on, come on. I'm using a butter knife because I couldn't find my paint tool opener thing that I stole from my husband. Ooh. I love seeing the different colors and what they do. These actually, because they're water-based, don't stink like the other one. Because I'm not high yet, so... But you can see how even that white is going in. Come on, come on, come on. So easy. So Casey, you're watching this. There you go. Easy, easy, easy on how to do it. Now, before I click off this video, and I will play around with some more papers, I'm actually going to try to film... some glue stuff with you guys. Oh yeah, the gray on this brown is wonderful. Okay, so I really like the gray. Don't know what I'm going to use that white for, but I love the gray. I am doing what I'm doing now, and I got a huge response on this, so I did want to go ahead and mention this to everybody. I am doing Happy Mail. If you want to be a part of the Happy Mail giveaway, it works 2 ways. A, you got to contact me with your address, so you can get a hold of me at Jackie Black on Facebook. You can send me a message on Messenger. You can leave it on the comments of this video if you would like. And then for every time I hit increments of 50 on my YouTube channel, so I don't even know what I'm at yet, but as soon as I hit like 550, I will send out a little bit of Happy Mail. This is worldwide, doesn't matter where you live. I'm happy to do that. Now, I got a huge response when I posted this on Facebook. So what I am doing is I'm going in the order that I received it. I'm also going to be sending stuff out to those of you that have been so faithful, so wonderful, have encouraged me from the very beginning. Which, you know, I'm going to shout out your name, Ria and Gigi. I adore you both. You guys crack me up. Ria, you coming along with your added story bits. I just love it. Now, the paper does get saturated, so you have to be really careful. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, just shoot me a message, and then I'm going to go in order as to how I receive those messages. And then for every 50, I will send out probably an envelope-sized Happy Mail. Once a month, I do bigger Happy Mail. I've always done that. And so I will be doing that once a month. So for like every 100 that I get. So then when I hit 600, 700, when we get to around 800, 850, I will begin to make, I our next big giveaway. So for every 1,000, then there will be a huge giveaway. Okay, so this is kind of like my advertisement. Now I want to go ahead and show you what this looks like. All right, let's get you up and in here. Now we don't know what it's going to look like when it's dry, but it looks pretty fantastic right now. So as you can see, we have all of this aged up. It does give it a really a weird texture. I don't know how to explain it to you unless you do it on your own. I don't know that this is everybody's thing, but I love different ways. Again, you do not have to have stain on